we have a few things to talk about. First of all, first point, recently, so the whole thing with my, like, friend who, like, sexually assaulted me and shit, that shit's kind of, it's like, we ain't friends anymore. I'm not friends with his girlfriend, and they don't like me because people tend to believe the guy over me, the victim, and you know that's how it goes, and it's fucked up. Fuck that. His family doesn't like me. His family doesn't like my mom. They're mad at her, mean to her. Anyways, I'm not associating with that because that shit is just fucking dumb that people can believe. Sorry, just got a long ass message from a friend of mine. Anyways, this shit, since like this whole sexual assault thing first started, I've been having, and I've had 2 fucking like trauma dreams where I like have a dream about the situation and I wake up and I'm like freaking the fuck out. The first one was early in the situation, in the whole sexual assault situation, and near, by the time I had talked to this boy who had done that shit to me, and I had a dream where I was being, oh god, what happened? I literally, his mother was holding me in a chokehold like this, up, like, and like holding me in the air in my mom's room, which is over there in that room. And I was being held in the chokehold, and the boy, was sitting in front of me, and maybe his girlfriend, maybe his dad, I don't remember. Those are the 2 main people. His mom was holding me in a chokehold, and he was sitting in front of me, and they were both yelling at me and screeching at me, and they were saying, "You know you're lying. You know you're wrong. Like, fess up with the truth. You know this story is fake." And I was like freaking the fuck out. And they were yelling at me like, "You know you're lying. You know you're wrong. You've ruined my life." And I was being held in the chokehold. I couldn't breathe. And finally, they let me go, and I woke the fuck up, and it was so fucking scary. I was like, because I feel this whole thing with this sexual assault is like, I feel like a lot of me knows that what happened was true, and that, like, I mean, it happened to me, and there's no lie about it. Like, what he did to me was fucked up, and I'm still fucked up about it if I'm having these fucking trauma dreams about it. But like, part of me can't help but feel like a piece of shit because I don't want to say I ruined the relationship, but we don't have a relationship with him or with his family anymore, and part of me feels like a piece of shit for that because, like, not only was I affected, but like my family was affected by that, and my friends were affected by that, me not having a relationship. But I know it's like he fucked that up. Like, it wasn't me who fucked that shit up, and I know I'm like, I should not feel like the bad person here because I'm not, and that's part of it. But that dream was scary as fuck, and that was a little bit ago. The more recent one, oh my god, this one was scarier. Fuck, don't let me forget it just now. Oh, yeah, okay. So, I don't remember what the context of this dream was, but we were at school, like some type of gathering, and I was left alone. And him, the boy who assaulted me, and his girlfriend, we used to be good friends. But then we're not friends because she kept dating him even after I was like, "Guess what your boyfriend did to me?" And she went, "Oh." He was just kidding. He was just it was joking. Anyways, they came up to me in my dream. And first it was the girlfriend, and she came up to me and we were talking. And then she's like, "Are you gonna address the situation?" And I was like, "Well, what do I have to address?" And she's like, "You're such a bitch. You ruined our fucking friendship. Like, you're the reason why I'm so sad. You're the reason this is so fucked up. You're the reason why no one like likes Finn or likes the boy. Oh shit, I shouldn't say the name. It's fine, whatever. And basically she was just yelling at me, and she was like saying that I fucked things up and I ruined it. And then the boy came up to me, and he was like, "Are we gonna talk about this?" And I was like, "Talk about what? We don't have shit to talk about. Um, like we've talked about this before." And he was like, "Well, you fucked up our friendship." And I was like, "Oh, I remember what I said." I was like, "No, let me tell you something, because even if it was a joke to begin with, I have every right. I have every right to feel uncomfortable and to say no when I feel uncomfortable. I have every right to feel uncomfortable with you in any situation at all that makes me feel comfortable, and I have the right to say no." And I said that in my dream, period. Also, because yeah, I do have the right to say no to anything that makes me feel comfortable. But basically, these dreams, I just keep getting yelled at by these people who fucked me over. And then I wake up and I'm like, holy shit. Oh my god, I fucked it over. Oh, they're scary as shit. And that's like a trauma response. And I think I need to go back and talk to a real therapist instead of just doing this banquet. I mean, these help me, and that's the reason I started them, because I was like afraid to go back to therapy for a while. But I think I need to go back because I keep having, like, I've had 2 consecutive, like not in a row, but consecutive dreams where I wake up like scared shitless that I'm gonna be like ruining someone's life. Because like in that second dream, the second dream, yeah, okay, the end to that dream was I was put on trial, and I was found guilty of the crimes for making him look bad, and for like accusing him of doing stuff. So I was in trouble for making him, for accusing him of being bad, or I got in trouble for like coming forward and saying what I did. And so my best friend had to I was put on death row for my crimes being saying no, and then telling people that I didn't fuck with that, and then not being friends with that anymore. And so I was put on trial, and then I was put on death row, and my best friend had to execute me by drowning me again in a chokehold underwater. I was fucking drowned underwater and executed. What are we talking about? What are we fucking talking about? Anyways, I need to go back to real therapy and talk to a real therapist. And I woke up, for both of them, woke up so scared. I was like, this is fucked up. It's crazy. It's not good. I gotta go back. Because I keep having these, like, shit response. And I'm like, it's hard. Because it's like, it's been so long since it happened, but it feels like it was, like, yesterday that it happened. I mean, it hasn't really been so long. It's been, like, half a year, honestly. Not half a year. A little less than that. But, it's just, like, it still is very fresh for me, because I've never fucking dealt with that before. I never dealt with someone sexually assaulting me. I mean, I've dealt with some weird ass men. I dealt with a weird ass man last night, and this weird ass man invited me to his apartment, and I shouldn't have gone, but I went. And then we were talking, and I was like, I'm not gonna have kids. And this man has worked with me and watched me grow from like a 16-year-old high school kid, and watched me now graduate high school as an 18-year-old kid, and is still working with me. And he's like 21, and we're sitting there, and he was like, well, you've never had sex before, right? And I was like, no, what the fuck? And he was like, when you have sex, you'll understand. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, first of all, you're gonna say that to me as a teen, 18 years of age. Also, you've watched me grow up and graduate high school. Number 2, doesn't change shit. People can have sex and not want kids. What are you fucking talking about? Is it gonna change when I have sex with you? Because I'm not gonna have sex with you, first of all, because you're fucking disgusting and you're fucking gross. Look at you. Like, up and down, look at you. God, so fucking. I mean, I deal with this weird man shit. It happens like every fucking month. I will never escape it, I think. Fuck. Anyways. That's so dumb. I'm done with that shit, bro. Fuck. Oh my god. awful. Men will always be weird. Never go to a man's apartment, and that man's apartment was what you would expect. And it was gross. Like, you ain't pleasing no girl. Sorry. Also, this man is like trying to take this 19-year-old who also he watched become like a 17-year-old, 18-year-old graduate high school and then 19-year-old go off to college. And he's trying to now get like and date her. And he was talking to me and he was like, she was just flirting with me so much. And she comes back from college with her boyfriend. And, you know, it's just like she'd lead me on. And I was like, it's weird for a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old to date. And he got so mad. He was like, that's so flawed. Like, no, it's not. Well, if that's weird, then an 18-year-old and a 21-year-old shouldn't even work together. We shouldn't be working together. And I was like, one, we're not dating. Number two, you're mad because you got caught. You know it's weird. You know it's fucked up. I'm sorry that you can't bag a single girl who isn't underage. Anyways, men will always be weird. And it's fucked up. Because what the fuck? Because this boy who assaulted me, his family, and well, Casey's not telling the truth to his family. The family doesn't know the half truth, and they think that he's the victim of me being a bitch. I mean, I am a bitch all the time, but what I said was no, and what he did was do it anyways. And I'm like, you're not the victim. I'm the fucking victim. You are the victim of your own fucking actions, but I'm the victim of your actions upon me, bro. Not bro. Anyways, we have some good things, actually. We have some good things. Yay. I have fallen in love with, not a boy you thought. I've fallen in love with theater again. And I mean, I never fall out of love with it. It's just like, occasionally there are points where I just like, don't have like I lose motivation. I don't have the drive. Like, I'm on like art block. And I'm like, I stopped singing for a little bit and I stopped like practicing performance for a little bit. And then recently, I mean, obviously, not rediscovered. I got into and obsessed with like cabaret and their performances and that, because genuinely that musical cabaret is one of like the best and the smartest and the most insanely like well put together and thought out and produced and directed and performances and theater or musicals ever. I saw it for the first time when I was 17, last summer in New York City. And it's my first and only Broadway show I've ever seen. And the performances in that it was Eddie Redmayne as MC, and it was Gail Rankin as Sally Bowles, and Vivian Newendorf was in it too. And it was the most amazing fucking thing ever. And it's like, I just can't even explain, like, putting into words what I watched and what I experienced was like, I can't put it into words. Like, those performances were top tier, next level. Like, I was very much like endeared by them. Like, they were like spot on, and it made me, because I was visiting New York City. Actually, I was visiting New York City at that time. I saw it to look at the school I got into, Tisch, which I got into this year. Oh, what were we talking about? And we were visiting there, and I don't remember if I visited before we saw the show. It might have been before, but we had visited and we went on the college tour. And you know, college tours are always going to be kind of fucking weird. And then the tour guides are always going to be like, this is my favorite building. The library is the best spot in the entire school. And you're like, okay, I don't really care. Cool, I'm glad you like it, man. And then you leave the tour being like, is this really what I want? I remember leaving the NYU tour and I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want to do it. It's just like, the vibes weren't really sitting with me, and I was like, maybe. And then I think we saw Cabaret either that night or the next night, and like solidified for me. I was like, I have to. I mean, even if I don't go to that school, I was like, I solidified. I was like, I'm going to continue with theater and be an actor. I was like, this is like, I have to be. And watching Gail Rankin be Sally Bowles, I was like, I have to be Sally Bowles. I'm going to be Sally Bowles. no doubt in my mind. And if, like, mark my words, I will be her. And if I'm not her by like 30, give me a slap across the face and wake me up and be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get to work." That would be dream. That would be life changing because it's so much of a beautiful performance. And everything about Sally Bowles is enduring. Everything about Cabaret is inspiring and amazing, and it makes me want to just, man, I fucking love. Yeah, so now I'm going to, and of course, unfortunately, I was like, oh, unfortunately, I have to actually go to theater school now. I'm just kidding. I saw Cabaret, and I was like, oh, unfortunately, I have to go to theater school. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys at the coffee shop. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, I'm so excited for school next year. No, this year. I'm going in August. Oh, I'm so excited for school. I'm so excited to start my journey. I think even if I'm in school, I'll be taking classes outside, either an acting class or improv class, everything. And I have to not overwork myself, but I'm on my train now. I'm back in my flow, and I'm back in my mindset where I'm like, yeah, no, I'm worth it. This is what I want to do. This is inspiring, and I'm very excited to start my journey. Yeah, shit, I'm very excited, and I want to keep learn everything I can, and I am. I mean, I've told every opportunity I get, I'm taking it, but I'm also taking every opportunity to learn every step of the way, and I think it's very, very important to keep learning, and I'm going to keep learning, and I love to learn more. So yeah, I mean, I know that the school I'm going into is not going to teach me everything that I need to know or like should know going into this stuff. And I think it's very important that the school is going to teach me networking connections and people who can get me up there in the ranks and who can get me some, connections here and then, some networks here and then. That's the important part. The important part is that I stay up on taking classes, like outside of the school, and being on site and on set and on like productions, because that's where you learn the most. So I'm very excited. And I'm in love with what I do and what I'm going to be doing now. Again, I mean, I never fall out of love with it. It's just, it puts off itself for a little bit. I have like art block, like writer's block, and then now I'm back in my flow where I'm like, yes, okay, let's go. Okay. Yeah. So that's good. I need to go to bed.